documented in the brain.
Me and you, we've been talking about history.
Yeah. So you can't downgrade.
That history is wrong. Look,
you can't downgrade.
I'm not downgrading. What I'm saying is,
if you suggest I must write a book,
no, okay,
good, no problem.
Look,
yeah,
this is right.
Yeah.
What you should do now is take those history books,
yeah,
and read them and say that this is wrong. Now, make a document showing that this what they said here is wrong.
Okay, thanks for
now put that document so that everyone can see.
Thanks for the idea, but you should know it is not logical for you to use.
No, it's logical because that information has been out there for.
I'm saying it is not logical for you or anybody.
Yes, it is.
To use.
Look, I'm trying to.
I just want to finish my argument. It's not logical for you or anybody to use data that a well-known criminal entity has written about his victim, a racist entity, because we know apartheid South Africa was even injecting Africans with HIV. Now, we know the oppression, the slavery was on racial ground. That's why racism is widespread. That's why Africans even today complain about racism. So you cannot say that a well-known racist establishment, which is a system, entity, which has been inhumanly racist, you're gonna use his argument or his so-called history about his victim as fact. If you do that, anybody who's logical gonna think your mind is under some form of ups and down influences. They're gonna think you are totally misbehaving.
That's what the propaganda wants you to think. Look,
this is fact.
You can use
Everybody knows it.
Look, you can use that information as long as it's been there.
No.
For anyone to see and say this is wrong.
You can't.
Now, if you think it's wrong, prove that it's wrong. Then people can talk about that.
But we know.
You cannot just say it's wrong.
But I say that.
Look, prove that it's. Look,
how do you prove?
Been there
how
for
do you prove?
Centuries.
I'm saying, how do you prove? You prove by making an argument that show this person is not a credible entity, which means
no, you cannot do that. You do that by doing your own research like this and then proving that they said that Shaka Zulu killed people, it's wrong. Okay. And then people will talk and say no, it's wrong.
Will you say
propaganda? That's how you prove that information. You can come to me and then tell me because it's white people, because they are wrong, it means everything they say it's wrong.
Will you say will you take history written by a well-known, not credible? That mean
if it's wrong, let anyone who think that it's wrong prove that it's wrong. Okay. Then people, you cannot just say that it's wrong because
they are criminals who did a racist crime. Listen.
Look, they're criminals. They wrote and they didn't hide that. You see, they put it there so that anyone can prove that it's wrong.
First of all, you are saying those who committed a genocide in Namibia, there are Germans that committed a genocide on Ovairero in German around 18 something, right? That guy, the general that led that genocide, his statue was standing like that one of these those apartheid guys there. You see that statue there? Okay. You see, this is also a criminal that stand there, committed atrocity during stuff. Now, his statue was standing there you
really don't understand, do you?
As I said, the one, let me just finish this point I was making. I said the general that led the genocide over Herero in Namibia, his statue was standing there. You understand? But the German, the current Namibian government took it down. Why? Because he is an evil man that committed a genocide. A genocide, it means he exterminated women, baby, children, on racial ground. And then whatever that guy wrote or his administration wrote has been made null and void because he is an horrible man who has committed crime. Therefore, he is not a credible source of information. He is not a trustworthy, it's a criminal. So the same as apartheid South Africa, the same as colonial France, the same as colonial Britain. If you use, have you noticed?
No, look, you are a clever guy. What you should do is this. Because I think it's wrong, let me prove to the world that it's wrong. Okay. Then do your own research on what you think is wrong. Okay. Then prove that it's wrong. Okay. That's what you should. You cannot state that because they were criminals, it means everything they said it. No, that's not logical. You know that. What you should do is prove everything they said is wrong, that it's wrong.
I know that. I know that. Logic and common sense, like they say, says you will not trust what a rapist is saying until you hear. You will not trust what a rapist says. You have to hear the victim side of the story, right? Now, you cannot take what rapists, criminals, genociders and all kind of brutal, because those people are raping, doing all crime, right? You cannot take the history about the victims, right, and use it as it is.
What you just say, it's really dangerous.
What is dangerous?
There is a known rapist.
Oh, we know that.
Look, there is a known rapist. He didn't commit a crime. He comes to you and says, no, I didn't commit this crime. And then you say, no, because you're a rapist, I can't believe you go to jail. Look, what you just said, it's very, very, very wrong and dangerous.
I think what you are saying...
No, information, you cannot treat it like that.
I think it
information, you prove that it's wrong. You don't prove that the one who said it is wrong, it means it's wrong.
I think what you are saying is what is dangerous. You know why? Because you want me and the African people to rely on, let me just finish, to rely on information written by people who rape their home, destroy their home, turn them into lower human beings. That is dangerous. You know why? You Africans, have you noticed that most Africans feel inferior to Europeans? I'm saying, have you noticed that most Africans feel inferior to Europeans? Now, have you asked yourself a question? Why would these people feel inferior to the oppressors? Why would these people, who are human beings, feel inferior to the oppressors?
Because they've been oppressed.
No, let me tell you something. It is the kind of information that goes into their brain that give them that feeling of feeling inferior. And the kind of information that goes into their brain is also the history these colonizers wrote about us. Because for you to keep people a slave, you have to demonize them to the point they have to view everything about themselves as wrong. Evidence is you find Africans who Pekinize the color. Why would they try to look like European? You know that. Any African will know that.
This is what propaganda
I'm
does.
saying,
look.
They change the color change the color to look like who?
Wait.
They change the color to look like who?
You know why white people go and put themselves under the sun?
I'm saying,
look, do you know why they put themselves under the sun and to turn
they're
themselves?
Not trying to become brown. They're not trying to become brown. If it
means being uneasy about your color. Okay. It's not because you are white or black. No.
Okay.
Everyone can be uneasy about his color.
What makes a people feel inferior to other human beings or to the oppressors? Tell me.
I don't know if you really...
Can you give me the answer? What makes a people to feel inferior to the oppressors or other human beings? Because, let me tell you something. Because the feeling is in the brain.
No,
wait, the feeling is in the brain.
Yeah.
Physical oppression is different to a feeling in the brain. So if you beat me, if you assault me today, even if you break my arm, I cannot start to feel inferior to you. I will see you as a bad man who attacked me. But if I start to feel inferior, it means you have an effect on my brain. And And how do we feel inferior to a European?
There is a fact.
Yeah.
And you're explaining the fact with the wrong explanation. That's what you are doing. Look. Chinese, I saw it on TV lately. They go to the beach and they wear like ninja because they don't want to be exposed to the sun. Why? Because in the culture, if you are tanned, it means you work, you are a hard laborer on the sun, and that's why you are tanned.
Yeah.
That's why they do that.
Okay, let's talk about feeling inferior.
They are not uneasy with the color of the skin because of white people or black people, because of their own culture.
Okay, what about?
Look, what I'm telling you is everyone can be uneasy with the kind.
Oh, what about our women?
It's not because white people.
What about almost all our women are now putting plastic hair to look like European? They don't want to use their own hair.
Okay, look.
What about that?
Look, we are, you and me, we are human beings.
Yeah.
We are not animals. A dog will never think of changing the color of his hair. You see?
Not the color. Put plastic hair to look like European.
Look, you and me, we make clothes. We don't just make them from silk. We don't just make them from leather. We don't just make them from I don't know what. We make all kinds of different kind of clothes. We have hair, the hair that God gave us, but we don't think of keeping that hair. Look, the real thing is we always want to use something different.
But look at the argument. We generally feel inferior to a European. You have agreed.
Look, someone told you that because you want your wife wants to put plastic hair. It's because of white people. Look, it's because you are a human being.
Okay, now can I ask another question?
You just don't put leather shoes. Okay. No, you also have sneakers. You also have sandals. So that's how human beings work.
Okay, that's how human beings work.
They don't just want something plain.
Okay, good.
They just don't want bread.
Good.
They want white bread and
this one here.
brown bread. They don't want different kind of bread because of white people.
Answer this one. I'm sure you're gonna run out of argument here.
Yeah.
Answer this one. Why do you think we have European names, but the European people never have our names? I'm saying European people never name their children after us.
I gave you that explanation.
Okay, can you say it in brief now?
It's just because
why do we have their names?
Look, Jesus went from Palestine to Europe, then from Europe to the whole world.
Okay, now
and that.